Before we start this video, I just want to give you guys a heads up that if Liverpool or City win the treble, or if, God forbid, the quadruple for Liverpool, you will no longer see me on this channel. I will have killed myself. I hate Liverpool and I hate United right now because they love to ruin my weekends and my weeks. They are in absolute shambles. I'm getting right into it. 4-0 loss to Liverpool. Just absolutely fucking dreadful. I could sit here and talk for hours upon hours of what is wrong with this fucking club. Like, from top to bottom, it is just a complete shambles. The last couple of days, we've seen the blowback from this Liverpool loss. They, being the higher-ups at United, have put out that we have officially hired Ten Hag. That's great. I'm fucking ecstatic about it. I think he really could be a good change. But the only reason that they did that was because so people forget about the Liverpool loss. They fired Ollie after the Liverpool 5-0. They announced Ten Hag after the Liverpool 4-0. It's what this club does. They're fucked up, every one of them. They just fired or they left on their own the two head scouts of United because our recruitment is so shit, because our signings have been so shit for the last 15 years basically. We are now completely fucking back to square one. I mean, Sir Alex left, and this may be a worse squad than what he left with us with. And that's fucking saying something, because after he left, they finished 7th. This squad, honestly, I hope they finish fucking 8th. We get no European soccer or football at all, and we just focus on the Prem and the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. We have to do something that is different than what we've been doing for the last 10 years, and I don't think it's ever going to change, honestly. I really don't think it will, but it starts with appointing Ten Hag, getting a better scouts, getting a better backroom staff, better coaching. I mean, it's just the simplest of the fucking simple. So, honestly, terrible fucking game for me.
Before we dive into the Ten Hag stuff, let's just talk about the game in itself, the 4-0 to Liverpool.
Got me riled up now.
Let's throw it up on the screen as we've been talking about. Let's just talk about that game first, and then we'll get into Ten Hag. But Liverpool United, what the fuck happened the first half? Immediately off the get-go.
I am now a broken record with the amount of times that I have said, I can't even say his fucking name anymore. He who shall not be named,
Harry Maguire,
has fucked us again in the 5th minute. Mind you, the 5th minute. You can't even hold your composure and hold your line for 10 minutes? You're a professional fucking football player. What is wrong with you? You cannot scan who's around you. You either step up on Mane or you fall back. You don't sit in between and try and cut out passes. You're not a fucking DM. You are a center back. You stay back or you don't let him get the fucking ball. It's one or the other. You don't stand there like a fucking doofus, you fucking fridge. You can't get back. You're not fast enough, so you should not be doing that. I'm so pissed at him, but don't abuse him. Don't put bomb threats at his house. That's really fucked up. Just want to say that. But also, he's not good enough. Sell the motherfucker.
He's not good enough to be the captain for sure.
He's not good enough to fucking lace up my boots.
That's what I was going to ask. Is he fit enough to put on the Manchester United top? And obviously, Trevin feels he's not. But, like,
he's not better than Varane. No, granted, Varane is only available fucking one week out of the month. I mean, honestly, he's frail as shit, apparently. His injury record this year has just been absolutely terrible, so that's the only reason that Maguire is still playing right now. He's not good enough. He's not better than Lindelof. I don't believe he is. Lindelof didn't have a great game. Really didn't. But that left side was at fault again. Dalot playing at the left back just looked like he had no idea what he was doing. I mean, he played left back for Milan last year, and he had no fucking clue what he was doing in this system this year. Plus, you have the dumbass next to you. So
yeah, that's a rough one to take in, especially as a United fan. The first half, it was 3-0 at the end of the first half.
2-0 at the first half.
2-0 at the end of the first half. Second half, another 2-0, making it 4. The second half looked slightly better. We saw a chance from Rashford that was...
I mean, we had maybe one or two decent chances, but we just...
While it was 2-0, mind you. While it was 2-0, so there's still a small chance to...
Came out of the second half
back
firing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not firing, because, I mean, we're still shit, but they came out with much more aggression.
Yeah.
Much more passion. The only bit of passion that we saw was for the first 15 minutes of the second half, but then they just completely lost it. They fell back into how they wanted to, and then Liverpool hit us on the counter. So, I mean, to go up 3-0, and it's obviously game over from there. I mean, you're at Anfield.
Yeah.
You're expected to put up a better fight, because you also don't want these fucks to win the league or the quadruple, God forbid, because like I said, I won't fucking be here.
I think it's interesting to also take into account that it happened 5-0. Now it's 4-0. And Manchester United are left in a place where their results against the top teams, all the top teams really, have not been good, and they're looking at themselves like pretty much the bottom of the bottom six, you could say now. Even if, like, in the bottom six.
What's fucked up is this team is in 6th right now, but they did worse against Liverpool and City a couple weeks ago than fucking Burnley and Norwich sometimes. Like, the amount of give a fuck that these players have is negative. There is none. Yeah. They do not care. They're waiting for the next season. There's maybe 2 players out of that starting 11 from Tuesday that I think deserve to be in the starting 11 for next year's squad. If that. Ragnick said it himself. 6, 8, maybe 10 new fucking players we need.
Good leeway into Ragnick here. Ragnick, as a signing, though, let's look at some positives now for United. We can't always talk about just the negatives. It has to be...
It's all negatives.
It has to be some positive within that, knowing for the players that you're not going to get anything out of this season. You know that already. Hold on.
I know.
You're not going to get anything out of this season. You know that
There's
already.
There's nothing to win. There's nothing to play for except for top 4.
What do they think now for the rest of the season when it's just like, they know, Ten Hag's coming next season, but that's next season, and they still have this season. They really need to get top 4. It's really unlikely, though, but they need to win these games. They need to do something. Like, you would expect something.
Some kind of effort, some kind of passion, motivation to fucking play for the club. And, I mean, it should be a fucking privilege to play for the club. Quick shout out to Hannibal Mejbri, because he came on in the 80th minute and he fucking kicked Jordan Henderson right in his goddamn ankle. Now, I'm not saying that you should go around hurting people, but I am saying be fucking passionate.
That game was a soft game.
Be fucking passionate about the club that you play for. Have the desire. And then he almost got himself sent off about 30 seconds later. Have the fucking fire and intensity in you, and that's what Maybury had. So from this point on for the rest of the year, play the kids. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's over for United for this season. But next year they'll have Ten Hag. That's exciting to look forward to. Something.
It is, but also a lot of United fans know how this cycle goes. We miss out on Champions League and they throw a bunch of money in the squad. And we get Champions League and they give you Fred, Dullo, and Lee Grant. Okay? That's what fucking happens.
And Lee Grant.
You get a third-string goalie, a backup midfielder that you didn't even want, and a backup fullback. Please, prove me wrong. Please, for the love of God, prove me wrong. It doesn't really matter, though. A loss is a fucking loss is a loss. We dropped 3 points. Nobody went into this game thinking that we were going to get anything out of it, but maybe a draw because we are so shit. But also, show some fucking balls. Yeah. Show that you care. If people are just passing it around me, laughing, I'm going to go kick you in the fucking ankle. I'm not just going to let you continue to launch passes past me and just sit there and smile about it. It ain't going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully from this point to the rest of the year we see some kind of hope from this team, but honestly, don't fucking count on it. That's a good fucking 5 minutes minimum.
That was more than that.
All right, I got to stop talking about United. We did see some other Premier League games. You see them all here.
All the good and stuff you want to see. Scrolling on through by yours truly, the editor, Tanner.
We did see Chelsea lose 2-4 to Arsenal.
Huge game. We got to talk about
Surprisingly.
that one. Huge game. Arsenal looking like they actually won the fucking top 4 now. Big win at Stamford Bridge.
Surprising, honestly. You go to Stamford Bridge and you get a result. Not only a result, but you get a win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, really impressive for them, honestly. And they were on the front foot. You know, they were the ones that were taking the lead with every goal. They weren't getting scored on and then coming back. They were the ones taking advantage of Chelsea.
With that being said, I thought a lot of the goals, pretty much every goal in this game was off of a big mistake. So
That's
at the
true.
same time,
They didn't
Arsenal
play
kinda
amazing.
I'm not going to say they got lucky. I guess they deserved to win, I think. But they got lucky off rip. That Christensen pass is just god awful.
They were
to
really
give it up
fortunate.
right there. Nketiah putting it back in the back of the net, making it 1-0, then 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and then Sacco, a little penalty call at the end that some people are feeling a little 50-50 on. And
yeah, I mean,
it was
close. It was close.
I'm not a big fan. I'll give us all a flashback to that Suarez penalty against, I think it was Sporting, when he had the defender on him and he was literally grabbing his arm so he couldn't get away, and it was called a penalty. I'm not saying that's what happened here, but it was a bit of a, like, he had a hold of him,
Right.
and then when one goes to try and let go and release, he kind of couldn't.
Or
really.
if one starts to go down, they're going to both go down. And it's like,
and Saka kind of just took him with him. I guess some people are saying it's a smart play by the off, but I don't agree necessarily. I'm not a big fan of, if the attacker is holding on to you, then I don't think that's...
As a defender, you should have the right to move freely as you will. You should not be penalized
as you are as an attacker.
Someone that is grabbing onto you and holding you and you cannot move freely, that's a foul. I mean,
I feel that, yeah.
If you're in the box and it's happening to you, that's a penalty. But if you're the one initiating the contact,
even if you're the one with the ball or about to receive the ball on the offense, like, that's still, I don't think that it was right, but it is what it is. Arsenal big 4-2 over Chelsea. Rounding off the video, we're just going to talk about the little title race we got going on with Liverpool here. City 3-0 over Brighton, the pop-up. First half was slow.
0-0 first half.
Brighton
honestly.
showed a lot of character, did really well the first half. Everybody's all shaky, like, oh my gosh, like, first half was a stalemate. Brighton might be able to get points, this and that. But in my heart, I knew we were always going to be able to get through. You could say it was off mistakes, and it was. Foden got a really lucky long shot.
He was fortunate, but... I mean,
fortunate on that
good fucking shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot. You know, we take the goals however we get them. We created the chances. We attacked good. I thought we had a decent game. De Bruyne, again, A1 class. Like, S-tier midfielders in the world right now. I think he's the best in the world right now. Obviously biased, but the dude just...
performs
week in and week out, when he's on the pitch, he makes an impact. He always has an impact. He's not always the best player on the pitch necessarily, maybe. He usually is. But he always has an impact on the game, like whether it be an assist or a big goal or something. He does something.
Chance created.
Exactly. Something every game. He's just the most... I think he's the best midfielder in the world right now, and he's just showing it. We need him in this title race. We need him to stay healthy. We need everybody to stay healthy. Ruben Diaz coming back in the second half. You could see from the get-go when he gets on the pitch how much more confident we are.
And how much more cohesive as they are as a defensive unit.
Exactly. And him being there gives me so much confidence. I think not only me, but the whole team, the Manchester City back line, they all look better with him there. And
of course.
I thought with this game... I thought it would be better. I like Ake, and I'm a big fan of Ake. I will never down Ake. Love him in the team. But when we have him at left back, and we have Zinchenko on the bench against this Brighton team, who I think we need to be attacking against, I don't think Ake was the best to put in at left back in this circumstance. I would have wished to see Zinchenko from the start. But we get the 3-0. In the end, we take it. We're in a title race right now.
Speaking of that title race, do you think that with Liverpool beating you guys in the FA Cup, they are starting to get the more momentum?
They definitely have more momentum right now. But I think what is going to show... This period right here for us is the most important because it's like the sign of champions right here. Is when you're not in the best form, but you're still winning.
Taking those
you're
wins.
still getting 3 points, even though you're not totally thrashing teams. Liverpool right now, as we saw against United, just
thrashed us.
Really didn't even look like they got out of second gear.
No.
And put up 4.
They were in fucking reverse, okay? They were literally in reverse on us, and they still beat our asses.
But this is the time where we were resilient. We had those 4 games against Atletico Liverpool. That was hard. We got through that. Here we are again with Brighton. We got Ruben Diaz back. This is the perfect time for him to come back. We need him. We have Real Madrid coming up. It's really crunch time for us. Honestly, I think with the rest of our Premier League games left, we have the advantage over Liverpool. Even though Liverpool are in probably the form of their season right now, like rolling on.
And also, Liverpool do have, obviously it's only one more game for the final, but they do have an extra game that they have to play, plus the fact that both of the remaining schedules for City and Liverpool, they're not very tough. I mean, especially when you consider the results that they've picked up so far this year. Looking forward on these next couple of games, these last real crunch games, not too crazy.
It's going to be really interesting to also see Liverpool. I know everybody's like landslide through the Champions League final. They might win the quadruple. Everybody's hyping them up, and they very well might. They're very well capable of doing so. But we have the upper hand right now.
Don't underestimate Sevilla. Or Villarreal.
There you go. I think City in the league will be able to hold them off. But yeah, I think we can hold on to the league. I think we will hold on till the end of the season. The Champions League, though, is the worry for me. And this is what I really want as a City fan. City fans are going to tell you online, whatever, on Twitter, whatever they want to tell you, that they don't care. Me, personally, I'm not going to speak for every City fan. I fucking care. Alright? I want the fucking Champions League, bruh.
It's still real to me, damn it.
People will downplay it, and it's only because we haven't won it. And I'm admitting that. That's what the fucking City fans are doing. Don't fucking kid yourselves. You want the trophy. We all want the trophy.
That's the goal.
We all want the trophy. Stop fucking lying to yourselves. People got the one up on us on it. But we gotta earn it. So let's fucking try. Let's do it. Like, we need to earn that. I want that shit. We gotta do it the hard way. We gotta fucking face Real Madrid. Yeah, they got Villarreal. Villarreal beat Bayern Munich. They have a small chance, I think. I think they have
I think they have a better than small chance. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Villarreal is a good.
They're a good tournament
team.
A good tournament team. But like I said, you would always take Villarreal over Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can only play one.
You know what I mean? We beat Real Madrid last season, so why can't we beat Real Madrid? I think we can meet Liverpool in the final that we should have a few years ago when we fucking lost to Tottenham, and then Tottenham give it up to them. Tottenham could have got their fucking trophy, could have done something for once, but no. Let Liverpool take it that year. I think it'll hopefully be a City-Liverpool final in the Champions League. It's going to go right down to the wire in the Premier League. I really hope fucking Chelsea win the FA Cup.
Putting it out into the world, into the universe, speaking it into existence, Villarreal beats Real Madrid in the final. Chelsea beats Liverpool in the FA Cup. And the Premier League is abandoned.
Yeah.
But if there has to be a winner, obviously I'd rather have it be City than Liverpool, because then they'd be equal to us on 20 titles.
Alright, that's it. A bit of a long video for you today. We have your meme as always. Trevin had his rant. City had their win.
I could keep going if you guys want
Title race, Champions League, we'll let you know.